should always have a plan B. In this life, a plan B. Right now, I have plan B, plan C, plan D, plan E.
Plan
Like,
Z.
this whole conversation we're having is my plan B. Who knows? We'll build up a community, we'll start making money. Like, you never know. You never know. I always, once I have an idea, I just put it out. So, yeah, you should have
that. Yeah, like keep doing. Okay, look at me. I have my master's in guidance counseling. I have my bachelor's, I have my master's back in Nigeria. Coming here, I looked at the process for me to get licensed as a provincial, what's it called, psychologist. Oh my God. The requirements, I'm like,
Relentless.
and because of my kids, I don't have that time to pursue it. So it's on the back burner for now, like the sacrifice you do for kids. Does it mean I don't want to get licensed? No, I will still pursue it, but I cannot right now because I have little kids. My husband is working. It's either I choose the career or choose the kids right now. So for now, I'm working in support, doing support worker for now. But that's not where I'll be in the next 5 years.
That's the thing. That's the thing. You will not. It would only get better.
And I did a diploma here in social services worker just to stay in that line. Okay. Even with the diploma I have, I can get better jobs. Just like here where I have is predominantly support. So for now, I'm doing that. But there are other plans. You can even stay in this field and rise to be a team lead and all that. So there are But for now,
I think we also have to talk about. I think we should also talk about, what we Africans face in, workplaces here also. Like, what are the chances of rising as an African in most workplaces?
There are. Nobody should. The other thing is, you will have to work 10 times. Like, we have a deputy prime who is a Nigerian, Kesimadu in Alberta.
Yes. I mean, the chances are there, but I don't think they're equal to the chances of a white person rising. The Nigerians doing great. The Nigerians are directors in their companies, but how many Nigerians are directors?
You will get there. The only problem is, first of all, Canada respects experience.
Yeah.
You competing with your foreign experience is not recognized. Your experience builds now. And let me tell you, the struggle is also real for whites, surprisingly. I talk to some of my bosses. They are also looking for government jobs. But the same experience that is dealing with you and I, as new immigrants, is dealing with co-Canadians.
Oh, yes.
The experienced people who are advanced in age are still sitting there, they've not retired. And you will not come and drag them out for retirement. So it's also affecting even young Canadians. That's the truth. I was talking with one of them. She was telling me she had, with a government job, this field. She has been in this field for 8 years. She was lamenting seriously. In fact, I just closed my mouth. I didn't even want to talk because if a white Canadian is complaining, how much more you and immigrants? So the same thing that is bothering us. Experience is what they look out for. And many of those people have not retired. They are still there. And here, you choose to retire where you want to. It's not that at age 60, everybody get out. It's discrimination.
It's 1 year, exactly.
All those English names that they put there. Until that person retire. I've worked in a place where a woman was working with her. She was 80 years. She's still working. I look at this mama, you don't want to retire, so she's still working at 80, a white.
Yeah, perfect routine says abroad is all about certifications and your personality. Not necessarily. No. Yeah, this helps. Personality, being able to speak to, like, you know what you call connections and stuff, being able to talk to people, being able to be nice, being able to sulk, like something like that, yeah. But again, sometimes you can be the nicest person in your team, you can be the most hardworking person on your team, and still you cannot just move forward. So yes, that's why it's also good to network, and we should also build that Nigerian community whereby when I get a position, I should be able to refer my fellow Nigerians. I know someone who says that she's always talking to, when a position comes up, she's always referring to a Nigerian because she's the only black person in her organization. So she's changed that. Actually, they just employed another Nigerian. So that's what we should talk about. And these are the things we should be talking about. We should also support our own.
This will help.
Okay, can I add something, please?
Yeah.
So when you're speaking about this, because he mentioned the fact that you giving all the work and your personality, and sometimes the thing is sometimes you are either at one extreme end or at the other extreme end, being that is either you're giving all the work and you're not getting what you're supposed to get. Do you understand? But the truth is, there's this saying that when opportunity meets preparation, just be prepared so that when the opportunity comes, you can grab it. Most people, I feel that even in the UK, because that's one I can use as an example, that rose to where they are, is based on the fact that they were prepared and they met opportunity. Now these people have no business with not giving you what you deserve, because they also how will I put it now? They all talk about equality, and diversity. So they want to see other people in these particular fields or in these positions. But are you equipped? Are you prepared for the position they're about to give to you? So I just feel that's just it. Because the racism will be there. They don't want you to be in their positions. But when you are qualified for certain things and you're just opportune, like it's just luck, you'll be able to get those things. Yeah.
Yeah, to be honest, that's true. I know there are some positions that you could potentially get into them like on the basis of merit. But even still, like think about it, those positions are usually they make you start from the scratch. No matter how experienced you are, no matter how good you are, as long as you have this black skin, there's always this, this feeling like they just want to make you start from the scratch as well.
Yeah, like you have to prove yourself, right?
Yeah, they make you start from the scratch, but that's why there's a process. That's why you are coming. It's just like you coming to Nigeria as a white person. Don't you think, regardless of the fact that you're white, it's going to be a whole different setting?
No. That's a bad. You see this thing you just said, you just pissed me off, because Nigeria, our things.
They carry white people for head.
Only Nigeria, white person.
I was going to say that.
A white person will come, will generally walk in and get everything without a sweat.
Okay, but if a white person goes to another part of Europe, they will still have to go through that process. Yeah.
Scratch at you, bro. And I saw somebody posted something real quick. Certification is key. Let me tell you something.
I don't agree that certification is key, because you can get certification and still not have experience. Experience might be key.
Experience is key.
Let me address it real quick, because for the person to write that, I believe the person is not resident in Canada. The person is still in Nigeria.
Actually requested to come up,
but I can't enough. It's in UK, but there might be reasons why he said that though.
If the person is UK, but definitely
certification works for some field.
Certification in Canada. I don't know if you guys watch news. CCEG. The last news said Canada is one of the most educated among the G7. We are overeducated in Canada, and that's the problem. They are even complaining that the skilled trades people don't have. I don't know if you watch global news. It wasn't the news.
Hey, let me come online, I beg.
All of us, plenty.
I can't agree more than 3 people.
Let me go out so that you can come in.
I can drop down because I have to.
Oh, you can't drop down. Okay.
The immigration.
I'll definitely get home anyway.
Okay.
The immigration that they are talking about, who are they bringing? Is it not skilled immigrants? For you to do express entry, if you don't have minimum of masters, what are you talking about? So you're bringing people that already have masters into your country. Yeah. How many jobs do you think all of us? What is it? Not key. Experience. Because
experience.
All of us.
Even in the UK, experience is key. That's the truth.
Experience.
Experience is key. Banana.
No, wait. Let me just tell you.
Don't come here.
I'm showing up your routine like your banana. Hey. Welcome. Come and defend yourself.
No. So let me clarify. So yesterday I went out and my front camera got smashed. So I forgot. So when I came online, it was not showing. So I had to turn. Okay. So just
fine. That's fine. We're just teasing you.
Okay, so if I turn like this, you see what's in my front. So okay, so what I'm trying to say is, okay, let's say for everybody.
Sorry, where are you? Welcome. Let's know where
I'm in UK.
Okay, okay. As a
Okay.
student, as a worker, what do you do?
I'm not a student. I'm a full-time working, you know, chilling, doing my thing. I
Oh,
came
good.
in. I came in with a spousal visa, so of course I'm married and all that, so I'm good.
Oh, good.
I'm
So
a
for
free
the
man.
UK, if you come in as a on a spousal visa, are you allowed to work full time?
Yeah, I mean, I have every right. Only thing I don't have is public phone. Everything. I'm a free man. Anything I want to do, I do free. I don't send anybody. If I feel I will have this police join, if they thought them, I'm like, I'm fully loaded. I'm covered. Only thing is, there's no public support or anything, so I have to work. Yeah. So for people in Canada, I can't say, but UK, because what I did is, I'm a Lagos guy, all right? And for me, everywhere I go, the first thing I do is study the system.
Good.
Because if you don't study the system, that's the beginning of failure. Because why?
Yeah.
My first 2 weeks, I was getting lost. In Lagos, we're used to sharpness, rush, enter bus, rush, do this.
Yeah.
But in UK, it's all about sign. You read, you observe, they tell you this, tell that. So what I say is, see, forget, if you don't get certification, for Canada, I can't say, but for UK, I can tell you for a sure, it's all about the papers. Experience will come second. But for Africans, yeah, one thing I know is Nigerians will get experience. So experience not even shock us. Because the hard work here, like waiting with the use warm up. To be honest, like when I first came, I got bored because I was down for like 2 months. I'm like, nah, I need to do something. So I got a warehouse job. My wife was saying, warehouse, can you do it? Because my wife is a British, you know, they lay stuff. So I'm like, what do you mean? Let me try it. When I go there, I come back to my wife, say, is this really a warehouse job? Literally. The one with me, I know now to they carry heavy load, now to the shift things, do this. Do you understand? So I was enjoying the job. Even my wife was telling, this guy, you don't want to stop. I said, no, job is all right. Let me just do it for now, enjoying it. I don't do anything, I get paid weekly. You get. Then after a while, I had to stop, of course. I'm into fitness, and of course, gyms are already calling me.
Instructor. Yeah.
So again, like that babe said, all the certificates she had in Nigeria, when you travel outside. Are you guys with me? Sorry, I'm not seeing your faces because I've turned the camera.
Oh, it's okay. We can see your face from you. But a comment said, Ola from Ola Papa said, warehouse na small thing, for a fitness trainer.
I'm telling you.
Okay. So Jim started calling me, of course. With all the certificate I have back there in Nigeria. When I did all the interview, they were like, yo, you have to do a new one. We do not accept such, See, different countries, different procedures, different systems.
So for your field, I believe certification would help because you already had that experience. You already had the experience from Nigeria, right? You're a fitness person, you had the experience. So you just needed the certification to work in the UK as a fitness instructor, correct?
Yeah.
So it depends on the field, right? I think that it depends on the field. It depends on but you have to have experience. Experience, I think, trumps certification.
Yeah, anything else, well-being, everything, you need to be certified. That's the honest truth.
Yeah, Sonny.
Every other thing you can play around it, but if you really want to grow, I'll tell you the truth, guys, we're Africans. Let's more tell ourselves to make us speak pitch self. May I not see this guy. Everybody watching this and listening to this, and you want to travel abroad. First thing first, make sure your papers are complete. See, in Nigeria, if you mess up and your paper they send like the enter, and once one record, one small thing just spoil your name, you are done.
Bad.
Correct.
You are done. That's a fact.
You are done. So
you want to make sure that your record,
please, your one hour agency, you do it by yourself or whatever you come, anywhere you enter, as far as no be Nigeria, please make sure your document, everything is legit. That one will give you peace of mind, rest. And then if you misbehave, say your papers go help you clear your doubts. But if you can't misbehave, your paper don't come there, you are done. What's the point of traveling? That's number one.
Correct.
Number two, as an African, please, I beg you. I beg. do certificate. And I'm telling you, see, by the time you see, if you want to elevate in this country, first of all, we are black. They don't even like us too much. All right. Waiting the airports now, say we get certificates, plus we are hardworking and we know what we are doing.
Oh yeah, you have to get education. You have to get the education. Oh, definitely. Oh, education, of course, it goes hand in hand. You have to get the experience and then get the education, or get the education and get the experience, whatever it is. Like both of them, would help you. But what I found in Canada is that they don't care because a lot of them don't go to school. Yeah. So some of them are in high school and they just have 10 years of experience, and then it drops. That's Canada. In America, once you go to a recruiter and say you have an MBA, like they will look at you because they believe in education. They believe in America. Once you can talk and you have that, they'll listen to you. But in Canada, I remember when I first came, I said I had an MBA. The recruiter was like, okay, so what experience do you have? Like how many years of experience do you have in this field?
All the people with me are people that have masters in UK. People that have masters in US, all of us support work because here, and Tokotili just has a bachelor's and she's going for government job.
I found what she said about you guys being too educated. I believe that you guys are too educated.
Canada is the most educated country among the G7 nations.
Yeah,
and then Nigerians, we believe in education a lot. We have masters, we're going to PhD. Like one day, my boss asked me, so that you have so much, like so many education, you have this master, you have this diploma, you have this, like
not too much.
You don't understand. They say, so what do you plan to do with all these things? Because for them, they're just acquiring experience.
When I put my, they see I have masters, I did French, like. They were like, wow, because they don't go to school. But the only problem, even this so-called experience from Nigeria is not counted. It is what you do here.
That's exactly counts.
That's what I say. So,
and I think they put that to kind of protect their labor markets. I think it's a deliberate
their labor market.
It's a market thing.
Because
see, guys, like I said, for me, I like to study system, right?
Sorry.
Like I said earlier on, I like to study system. So anywhere I go, first thing I do is study the system. Because see, you can't become a king or a queen in a land that you don't understand the system. They work. Do you understand? So what they do is they want to make sure that whoever is coming on their system knows their fundamentals. So when you break the rules or the law, they won't say, oh, he's not educated, or does not know this. So sometimes, even though you get all your masters for outside country, even as if US people come to UK, they have to do 1 or 2 courses just to back up whatever they have.
Guys, Benro said, sorry to cut you short. Benro said, are we sharing fruits?
Benro said, are we sharing fruits?
Yes.
Business instructor is here now.
Let me drop one real quick. My cousin in Regina, Saskatchewan. So her husband had masters in MBA from Unilag. He came to Canada. He also did his master's. Now, where he was working, he finished his master's in University of Regina, Saskatchewan. And when you come to your office, you put your certification and display. Guess what? His boss called him to office, a wife, and was telling him, because he works with the government. He works literally with the government. And the boss called him and was like, oh, do you think you could bring that down? And he goes, why? Why should I bring it down? I said, because it's intimidating to others. His own boss has diploma. The guy has masters. But the fact that his masters was handy was intimidating.
Ain't nobody bringing that down. I'm going to we will bring more.
No, guess what?
I'm not bringing anybody down because to make you feel better.
That's to tell you. Your boss's diploma, but because they've been working 15 years, you with your masters that have 2 years experience, you'll be under them. That is true.
Oh yes. That's Canada, exactly. And that's the thing I don't like. That's the thing I don't like about Canada. Because it's also affected me. You have to speak to your experience. And I mean, so are you telling me that I wasted so much money and so much education just getting the master's, and then I mean, I will not agree. Oh. So yes, it's good. Like what he's saying, fitness trainers. Sorry, like what he's saying is, yeah, it's good to study the system. You already know that Canada is not big on education. Canada is big on experience. So yes, try as much as possible to get the experience that's in whatever field that you want. You can also volunteer. You can also, like, maybe for a whole year, do something like volunteer in, maybe you want to go like HR, for example, volunteer for quite a bit and get that experience, and then you can now apply. Again, Canada is also big on referrals. We need to talk about this thing. And that's why I'm encouraging everybody. Like, if you have an opening, you have a Nigerian friend who's looking for something, please share with them. Canada is very big on referrals. I'm also here. I'm also looking to switch my full-time job. I know I said I had a full-time and a part-time, but I'm also looking to, and I've been applying for quite a while, and nothing has come up. And I don't have that community. For Canadians, they already have family, friends. We don't have that yet because we're new. And so we can only rely on our fellow new immigrants and, some of the older immigrants that we know. So yes, we need to continue to have these conversations. Yeah, I'm hoping that, like, I'm also happy that there's a Canada person here, there are UK people here, because I'm not just restricting this